think it has been free lane for a while, if I'm not mistaken. It is well maintained. I think it's a civic center. You can see on the right hand side. Is this the same road that goes to State House, yeah?
It's very far.
Very far. And Parliament is on
Parliament is in Olinda.
So this is some of the...
There's one asking for money as well.
Yeah, so unfortunately the beggar, but this beggar is actually putting his life in danger. Look, he's literally in the middle of the road. You know, and you have to go around him. Even if he had money, basically wouldn't give him because he's endangering himself and endangering the motorists as well. You know, he's right in the middle of the joke highway, a busy highway. Now, if they were off the road and they came when the car stopped, then he probably would have given him some change. But because he was right in the middle of the road, forcing me to go around him, wouldn't give him anything. Yeah, so this is Independence Avenue, guys, Lusaka. These are some of the street lights which are obeyed by motorists. Obviously, driving has now changed compared to how it used to be some 10 to 20 years ago. Very few junctions that traffic lights, and even if those traffic lights used to fail so often that they became optional to drivers. But now we have seen a very big change where pretty much every motorist is now stopping at traffic lights, especially in the central part of Lusaka. So the condition of Lusaka has dramatically increased compared to how it used to be a long time ago. The driving standard has also improved. There are now fewer accidents than before, and more cars straight.
Straight, yes, on the bus or the bus.
And more cars are goods, and that they are load fit, and most of the cars in Lusaka are below 20 years, and some are actually low mileage cars. And on the left hand side, what you see, that is the High Court of Zambia. This is where most of the political dramas happens, when there's political cases, and it tends to be a bit of fights between police and the cadres. We used to witness that a lot before 2021, but after 2021 the situation seemed to have calmed down. Obviously the opposition are so weak that they are unable to. And on the left hand side is the Intercontinental Hotel, one of the 5-star hotel in Lusaka, with best accommodated VIP. The price tag, surprisingly, is actually higher than most hotels in London and other bigger cities in the world. In France, we can see there's over a flyover bridge that is
passes through behind State House.
That's a bridge. That's a bridge that's passing through behind
State House.
So
you go this way, you find State House, but on the rear side.
Okay.
In front.
Yeah. So the left hand, apparently the State House on this side is on the right hand side, and the flyover bridge. This one is it? This is Great Eastwood, yeah.
No, this is longacres. It's in what's the name?
So we are actually in Longacres, and this is another flyover bridge which was built by the last government. These are some of the legacies of the last president who passed away in June 2025. The Brit Matthew was the project manager, implemented much of the PF manifesto, or what the late Michael Sata envisioned the state to be.
This guy.
So the late Sata basically designed the blueprint for Lusaka, and then his successor Edgar Lungu kind of implemented much of it, from flyover bridges, building a number of hospitals and schools. The current president also has done a bit of project management, where he's now put more teachers and health workers in hospitals and schools. So Lusaka's got two faces. There's this face which is very, very well developed with tarmac road, and there's also shunt compound where the majority of the people live. There's argument of saying, well, those who pay taxes should get the bigger share of the national cake, for which people live in central part of Lusaka enjoy, and those who live in shunt compound, they tend to pay no tax, and therefore they don't have access to so many modern infrastructure. Of course, they've got access to modern hospitals have been built around the country, and more have been built. So one thing about Zambia is the cost of fuel across the country is uniform. It's determined by the energy regulator. It's determined by the energy regulator. It's uniform. At the moment, the fuel is about $1.30, about 29 pound 18 for petrol, and 23. Okay. So on the left hand side of what the shopping mall which was open, and we're going to be going up a flyover bridge, was designed to decongest Lusaka. What's the name of this shopping mall? Lusaka is now full of lots of shopping centers which have been built. Most of them have been built in the last 20 years. As you may have seen in one of the videos, we showed you Mandai, which was the first shopping mall, modern shopping mall, opened around between 1993 95, somewhere there. After that, there have been lots of shopping malls which have been constructed, and now they do have any products you can find in European shopping centers or superstores. You can also find them in Zambia. The Chinese community have been key to stocking most of the goods in these shopping centers or superstores. Most of the goods come from China. So Lusaka Central is pretty much, it's well kept, and there's no litter. We haven't really seen plastic bottles as you may see in a Shanshan compound. We hope the central government can do the same to other areas of Lusaka or other areas of Zambia, where they can keep them tight. It's possible to have a plastic-free environment, but that requires the authority to implement some measures. Are you going straight here?
Yeah.
Billboards, basically, if you up much of these Zambia, there are lots of billboards everywhere. They're always advertising for something. We are now going into
which is Kalingalinga now.
Huh?
It's Kalingalinga.
Okay, so now we're now going to Kalingalinga, which is one of the shunt compounds, and apparently there's a border between apparently this road separates Kalingalinga and Kabulonga. Kabulonga is a wealth area, and Kalingalinga is one of the shunt compound where the most financially struggling families tend to live. Although that picture is now changing, even in Kalingalinga now you can find some beautiful houses which have been built. In the next 20 years, probably the gap between the poor and the rich in terms of infrastructure will be narrowed. In the old days, the rich used to live in certain areas and the poor used to live in certain areas. But now that picture is now changing. For example, Kalingalinga used to be predominant for the very, very poor, but now there are few wealthier people who are actually living in Kalingalinga, and they've built very, very beautiful houses.
Use this lane to Yeah, this is Kalingalinga.
Oh, it's kind of outskirts. Okay. Looks really good actually.
Yeah, that's why we're saying people are buying and then they're transforming the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good thing here.
Where there are traffic lights, that's what we're doing.
Okay. That's interesting. We do hope Chibodia will also be transformed like this. Although there are arguments that Chibodia should remain the way it is as a trademark for Zambia's crime hotspot. As you can see, the cost of fuel is uniform across the country, determined by the Energy Regulation Board, the ERB, on a monthly basis. They announce the new prices of the fuel right on the last day of each month. They announce the new prices. But however, their prices can also be political. Like going to 2026, we forecast to see the cost of fuel coming down. Obviously, the incumbent government will try by all means to show the people like they are working, and they will try to reduce the cost of so many commodities. So apparently we're now in Kalingalinga. Wow, this is transformation. Kalingalinga was never like this before. There was no tarmac. But now there is courtesy of the last government, the patriot front. So you can pretty much live in Kalingalinga very well. How about crime-wise? Has it gone down? So it's actually better than, it's far better than Matelo.
Material has also already improved.
Okay.